All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to kick off. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Come on, fellas.
The hot! Larry!
Here we go.
Throw.
Here I come. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Where's the hot?
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
Watch the run.
Hey, Wahoo!
Yeah, Mike. Silver.
To throw, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. And the Vikings first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the safety creep.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, yellow.
Mike, 52. Mike.
Hey, exit.
Here we go, D.
Cousins now from the 50. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. First down, Minnesota. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That's the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
61, matchbox lights. Rhino!
First carry for
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check safety.
They'll get to Cook out of the gun. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Officially, it's no gain on the play. They'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. 7, Chargers, nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Mike, 54. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time.
Wait, 89.
Let's get up.
Here for Orleans Dark Line.
Alert 3.
Tackle made by Eric Kendall.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get the first down, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Ready.
Playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really make their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. He'll hit Jackson, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs would be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Buzz.
Rivers now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing against to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run to a situation like this. And so just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Leave it, bring up 48.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
Hey, 382, last 50.
Get in the weight room.
Bravo.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Where's the hot?
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a field. Charger touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball was wasn't working his way free before the knee hit the ground.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
Chargers, nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 29, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down.
And the Chargers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, they blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Buffalo one.
Shift.
Here's Darkwa. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
On the tackle.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 1, Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That is a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd
We're
and
talking about being on schedule. I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Flex his way in for a Charger touchdown. Orleans Darkwa with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just in an interception, they're a little bit more cautious when when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw that out the window?
I don't think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down at the 28.
Thomas Davis on the tackle.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Hey, high 7.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On the run, Darkwan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You.
Play fake. Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. They go play action. Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25. 39 yards there. A big one.
A 39-yard gain on the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a first down throw that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go. Whip. Leave it. Bring up 48.
He's coming.
22 jet bomber. Rhino. Wait the hot.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that'll set them back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. Following the penalty. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Wait, 89!
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Baby. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards of first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So white 90, round 80.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Now Darkwan. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Orleans wrote a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At their 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing, Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
I got him.
Rivers now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground is Cook. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Check 52. Hey, flipper.
36.
Where's the hot?
They run it again with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. They'll run on first down. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point try by Bailey. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Vikings 17, Chargers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over
We
first
play to
and
win.
10
Let's
at their
go.
own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Behind.
Hey, let's get it.
They'll run with Darkwan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard long second down now.
Set, green 80. Set, 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helps the offense, and that's their turn to take it downfield.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, no, easy.
Second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 3 yards won't be enough here as they'll bring up 4th down. There's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
I tell my offense right here, the punter doesn't exist, guys.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Kenny Stills, 85 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Score, Vikings 17, Chargers 13. Mike Badgley to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was pump the football. Because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wide.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
52's the mic right here.
Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know you feel
A 7-yard
I always
pickup.
laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
No. Check that. Hey, Zoo. Right here. Yeah.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. He's got Smith here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the Vikings
Let's go, D.
first down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Check 3. Check 3.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Thomas
Oh,
Davis
that's
on
one to
the
warm the hearts of all those
It's a gain
old
of
school
9.
football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Rhino. What's that?
Again, it's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
on the tackle.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He wasn't ready.
Jahan, what I need?
58's the mic.
Where's Jahan?
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Now,
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that?
We
We'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, they're ready to let that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the wrong pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23.
Philip Rivers, no stranger to 4th quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Rivers on 1st down. And Stills bringing it in. Gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they get themselves a first down. Rivers now. 5 straight completions here in this second first and 10. Throwing Rivers. It's Williams on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. To throw again on second down. Rivers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. Third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, they could possibly seal this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. We'll see if they can get something going on this drive.
At the edge of the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for what's going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run again. First down, Cook. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there to bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get off the field.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Vikings, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy.